Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Fun English Podcast. I'm John, and today I'm joined by Sarah. We're going to talk about a super interesting topic: how to learn English by yourself in a lazy way.
Hey John, and hey listeners. I'm so excited for today's episode. You know, learning a new language is usually seen as a big, tough task, right? But today, we're here to tell you that you don't need to work hard to learn English. You can do it in a fun, easy, and lazy way.
Exactly. The goal here is to show that you can learn English without feeling like you're cramming for exams. We're going to share practical, simple tips that let you learn naturally without stressing out. So, are you ready to get lazy, Sarah?
I'm ready. Let's dive right in. But first, let's define what we mean by lazy learning. This isn't about being completely lazy, it's about learning without pressure, with minimal effort, but still making progress. Small, easy actions every day that build up over time.
So our first tip is immersion. Now, when we say immersion, we're not talking about living in an English-speaking country. No, we're talking about surrounding yourself with English in a way that feels easy and fun.
Yeah. A super simple way to start is by watching movies, TV shows, or YouTube videos in English. You can watch your favorite shows, but in English. There's no need to push yourself to watch educational content. Just watch what you like.
Exactly. Think about it. You're already watching TV anyway, right? So why not watch something in English? You can even start with shows you've seen before in your native language, like cartoons or comedies. That way, you'll already know the story, and it's easier to catch what's happening.
Plus, it's not just about watching. Listen carefully to the language. You'll start recognizing common phrases or slang. And the best part? You don't have to understand every single word. Just let the rhythm of English wash over you. After a while, you'll pick up more and more words.
That's the beauty of it. It's like sneaky learning. You don't even realize it's happening.
Our second tip is all about listening. You might think learning a language involves speaking or writing, but listening is just as important. And the best part? You can do it without even trying hard.
Exactly. So, how about listening to music or podcasts in English? You can choose whatever music genre you like, listen to your favorite songs, just make sure they're in English. If you don't understand some words, no problem. You can Google the lyrics, and before you know it, you'll be singing along and learning new words.
And podcasts are perfect because you can listen while doing other things. You don't have to sit down and focus 100%. Just put on a podcast when you're cleaning, commuting, or cooking dinner. This way, you're listening to real, natural English conversation, which helps you learn more informal speech.
And remember, you're not expected to understand everything right away. It's okay to only catch a few words here and there. The goal is exposure. The more you hear, the more familiar English will become. Let's move on to tip number 3, using apps to practice English. If you're someone who loves games or challenges, then apps are a perfect fit for lazy learning.
Oh, for sure. There are so many apps like Duolingo, Babbel, or Memrise that make learning feel like a game. You can practice for just 5 minutes a day, like a small, fun challenge. And before you know it, you'll be improving your vocabulary and grammar without even realizing it.
My favorite is Duolingo because it's super easy to use and it feels like you're playing a game. You get points and rewards, and the lessons are short, so even if you have just 5 minutes to spare, you can get something out of it.
And Memrise is great for learning real-world English with lots of native speakers teaching you. It's more casual, so you don't feel like you're studying. Plus, the videos of native speakers help you hear the language in its natural form, which is super useful.
Apps make it easy to practice consistently, even if you're not dedicating hours to studying. A few minutes a day can make a big difference.
This next one is simple but super effective. Have you ever thought about labeling things in your house? You know, like sticking labels on your fridge door or even your TV remote?
I've actually done that. It's such a lazy way to learn new vocabulary because you're seeing the words all the time. You don't need to sit down and memorize them. Every time you open the fridge, you'll see fridge in English. It's effortless.
And if you're more advanced, you can label more complex items like toaster, microwave, or frying pan. For beginners, it's just a way to get used to common household vocabulary. For more advanced learners, it's about expanding your vocabulary naturally.
Plus, you don't have to memorize anything. Just by seeing the word repeatedly, it becomes part of your memory. Easy, right?
Here's a tip that might feel a little scary at first, but it's totally worth it. Chatting with people online. The idea is to practice speaking and writing English without the pressure of a formal class.
There are great apps and websites like HelloTalk, Tandem, or even language exchange groups on Facebook where you can talk to native speakers. You can text or even send voice messages. You don't need to be perfect, just practice.
And guess what? Many of the people you talk to might be learning your language too, so you can help each other. It's a nice exchange. Plus, you don't have to worry about making mistakes. People are usually very kind and patient with learners.
That's true, and when you chat online, it's much more relaxed. You're not in a classroom, so it's easier to get used to the flow of casual conversations. Our final tip for lazy learning is setting small, easy-to-achieve goals. Now, when most people think of learning English, they think about hours of study, but we're going to make it easier. Set small goals like, I'll learn 5 new words today, or I'll listen to an English podcast while cooking dinner.
Exactly. And make sure your goals are realistic. There's no need to pressure yourself to do something big every day. If you're just starting, aim for consistency, not intensity. For example, start with 5 minutes of English practice every morning and gradually increase it as you feel more comfortable.
The key is to keep it low effort. 5 minutes isn't hard, right? But if you do it every day, you'll notice progress, and that progress motivates you to do even more without the stress.
And remember, no one's timing you. Learning English is about consistency and enjoying the process. It's okay if you don't have a perfect study routine.
So to wrap up, remember that learning English doesn't need to be a stressful, time-consuming task. You can watch TV shows, listen to music or podcasts, use apps, label things around your house, chat with people online, and set small, easy goals. It's all about relaxing, enjoying the process, and doing a little every day.
Exactly. You don't need to be hard on yourself. The lazy way works. Just take small steps, and you'll see the results.
And with that, we're wrapping up today's episode of Fun English Podcast. We hope these tips help you learn English in a fun, relaxed way. If you have any questions or want to share your lazy learning tips, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, please share your ideas. You can reach out to us on social media or through our website. Keep learning and don't stress about it.
Thank you so much for watching my video. Honestly, it means the world to me that you took the time to be here. I work hard every day to create content that you'll enjoy, and knowing that even one person is watching gives me so much motivation. I promise no matter what, even if I only have one viewer, I'll keep going and do my best to make videos worth watching. Your support means everything to me, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It helps more than you know. See you in the next one.